The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Charles, time to debut the 2019-20 Carson-Newman men's basketball schedule, and pretty much a year where you get some return games. You schedule pretty strongly throughout Conference Carolinas. What was your mindset when you put this thing together?
Well, we knew that the South Atlantic Conference was going to be in the process of expanding. We've got UVA-Wise joining up. We knew we were going to be going into the first year of a conference challenge event. It's a 4-year contract that starts opening weekend with Conference Carolinas, and we tried to get as many home games on top of that as we could out in non-conference opponents. So all this viewed through the lens of we've got a lot of new players that are first-year guys that we feel like will be a major part of what we're doing this season. And so we wanted to make sure that we had a schedule we felt like could give us a chance to gain some credible experience at home early and sort of be as prepared as we could possibly be as we enter conference play at the end of November.
Start out the season on the road at that conference challenge that you mentioned. Lees McCray King to start the year, 2 programs that are a couple of years removed from an NCAA tournament appearance, and of course King has been a perennial power throughout the year. What sticks out to you about what you'll learn or hope to learn from your team that opening weekend?
Well, we'll be playing Lees McCray night 1, and I think they're going to be really good. We played them last year. Or 2 years ago, right? Last year, 2 years ago.
Now you're making me second guess myself.
But
2 years ago for sure.
We've played them multiple times, but they've got a lot of pieces returning this year. I think they'll be a great challenge for us. Then I think King's going to be loaded. I mean, I would assume they're going to probably be one of the top 2 teams in Conference Carolinas going into this season. So we got our hands full that opening weekend. But we need that. We need to be tested early to see what we're made of.
Non-conference schedule that involves a couple of first-time foes for Carson-Newman. You play Shorter, you play Warren Wilson, welcome Tennessee Wesleyan back to Mossy Creek. How's that set you up for conference play? And it's there right from the bang, opening up league action with LMU.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, we are so very much in a process of learning about our personnel that we wanted to try to have some home games there early to sort of let those guys get a feel what it's like to be in Hope Fieldhouse and to sort of get an idea about the atmosphere prior to jumping into conference play with Lincoln Memorial and when we get near the end of the month. So we were really intentional about finding some home games there early just for the sake of our new kids.
You have a exhibition game on the schedule for the first time in 3 years. It'll be a regular season game for Belmont as you head to Nashville. How excited are you to face off against one of your old foes from your Martin Methodist days?
Yeah. Very excited about it. Of course, years ago, and some of the older folks will remember, Carson-Newman, Lincoln Memorial, Belmont, David Lixon were all NAI schools. And the state of Tennessee was an incredible NAI had a great NAIA basketball in the state, so this is a game that meant a lot to a lot of people over the years. But when they made the jump to Division I, we've not had that game of rivalry in existence. But to get a chance to go play at Belmont in December will be great. I'm extra excited because my daughter's a student at Belmont, a junior at Belmont, so I'm sure she'll want to have a good time with that one. So, but we're excited about it, and it's fun to have those kind of games, and it's a good payday as well.
Southern Wesleyan rounds out your non-conference slate, and it feels like Nick Pasqua continues to have that program trending in the right direction.
He's done a good job recruiting. They'll be coming here. We played them at their place last year, so we're excited to have them here, but they're going to be much improved. I think probably as big a jump as he could have possibly hoped for based on what I've seen on his roster.
You look at the league, and again, it feels like a top-flight Division II basketball league. You know what you're getting out of LMU and Queens, Catawba, Wingate, stand poised for greatness. It feels like LR is on the cusp. What sticks out to you about South Atlantic Conference basketball for 2019-2020?
Well, there was some key personnel losses at certain schools. But as you mentioned, I mean, I think we had Lincoln, Memorial, Queens, Catawba all ranked preseason top 25. I think that's all deserving. Then you've got a whole bunch of people just sort of log jammed there. Obviously, we had a winning season last year, but felt like that. I wish we'd have just performed better in conference. So we've got a lot of motivation as a staff, a lot of motivation from our veteran returning kids to get out there this year and try to really have a better showing across the board. But it's always challenging, man. In this league, it's always challenging. And the coaches are elite, rosters are elite, venues elite. So it's going to be a challenge, but we're excited to get after it.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck this year.
Thanks, Cap.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.